Oh, we're just gonna die to the curse scroll. We need to draw Oblivion Ring yesterday. That stinks. I mean, curse scroll's awesome. This sees legacy play in Pox, for example. Alright, so we take a goblin. He swings the team. You just swing the team, man. Just swing the team. Doesn't swing the team, just wants to burn me out with Rack. Okay. Ugh. We would have needed to see Oblivion Ring right there. That was our chance. That was our last turn to do it. Yep. Alright. Like I said, we were going to find the red player. Can I call him, or can I call him? I told you guys. We were going to find the red guy. We did. Alright, so let's board accordingly. I even hedged for this matchup. But it's okay. We can get there. He hasn't seen Karn. He has seen Ugin, but he hasn't seen Karn. That Terminus is great, but it wasn't enough. Okay, so we know we're on the play. That's huge, because we weren't on the play there, and I could feel it the whole match. I don't know if you guys could. I could feel it the whole match. Just always felt like we were one step behind. Do we have any other side? We have sideboard answers to... well, it's not a great answer for Rack. So you try to get the Rack, and if it's already online, he just kills the Leonin. Leonin's not a great answer for Rack. Neither is Sculler. Really, the answers for Rack are going to be Judgment, Oblivion Ring, which we didn't see. Why are we not playing Elspeth? Which one? Small Elspeth? I was worried about Curve. We could run her. I'm not a huge fan of running the same... Brago would have been fine that game. He blocks really well. A lot of the burn. The outside of Char doesn't get toasted. Does Relic Warder work versus Scroll? What? No, Caleb, basically, the Leonin does kind of work, except the fact that if it's already online, if the scroll is already online, Local says Leonin's good against Rack. Put in the Thalia. Really? She sets us back, though. Alright. I don't know how I feel about our counter magic in this match. Feels like I need to be doing something every turn instead of holding back, and we don't have many instances that... I feel like I just want to be slamming permanents in this matchup. I kind of want to just be slamming things instead of hanging back hoping to maybe counter. I mean, he's going to play around the counters now that he's seen them. If he uses scroll in response, lean and trigger, take out Ugin and Karn, put the Brago in. Next match, Trav. I think Ugin should stay because it's a board sweep, but yeah, we probably definitely could have cut Karn and put in Brago or what have you. Tyler says Thalia. I don't know if I agree with you though, because like Thalia, like we have a lot of non-creature permanents ourselves. This hand seems okay. We can catch up with Confluence if he goes really, really aggressive. Wrath into Confluence, and then follow up with an Elspeth. This seems good. Hope he overcommits into the Wrath. I don't think he saw Wrath of God last time, just Terminus. Cut Righteous, first strike kills. I feel like Thalia is just two-hander synergistic. I mean, I didn't pick it for our deck. I picked it, I think we actually have to top that. I picked it so that we didn't have to play against it, Tyler. I didn't pick it for us. You would cut counters, dissolve, and Seagate. If you Thalia early. Right, I'm not a huge... Thalia doesn't excite me. Us being on the play is huge. Like, we're already halfway to this Wrath. Or if he has a slower hand, you know, Krenko's command. Yeah. Can I call him or can't I call him? Isn't that crazy? It's crazy, right? So now we've got a ideally 7-drop Wrath. We've got a 4-drop Wrath. He doesn't commit anything to the board. I definitely don't Wrath. I think he just maybe played Gideon. Gideon's good enough on this board. Not anymore. He's not terrible. Well, the problem is he does get Battalion now. I mean, this is technically a 2-for-1. It's a Krankos command and a striker, and we have plays to do next turn that involve creatures. Feels like a really early Wrath, but it's fine because we have things to do next turn. David says wait a whole turn. There's the Gather. There's a War Marshal. But again, right? Confluence just trumps these 1 toughness things. I mean, you could Gideon, or you could just do the safe play, which is Confluence. Like, these just beat his board. These win. Those are 1/1s. These are 2/2s. And again, I thought we might be casting this for life game, but like on this board, like 2/2 Vigilant Knights, give me more. Give me all of them. Give me all 3 of them, and then let's slam a Planeswalker behind it. Phoenix, he's going upstairs. Okay. We'll eventually be able to exile the Phoenix. What's great is these Knights can get in, and he can try to trade with them, but it's not a good exchange. Okay, so the play this turn is either Gideon or Solemn and try to start ramping into these other plays. The fact that I have an Elspeth in my hand is leaning me towards the Solemn Simulacrum. Should have played it after combat, but it's okay. It's not huge. Give me Island. Vigilance is a great effect. I rebuilt the stream a little bit. I got the frame back. I don't know if you guys were here last stream, but I lost all my settings in a Windows update, so rip stream settings. Alright, Angel. Okay. Angel on the War Marshal's value. So this is the guy that took the Angel. There's the Bushwhack. Now the Bushwhack is what got us last time, but this time I'm not losing walkers, I'm losing life points, which, you know, you could argue is worse. 1, 2, 3. If we draw a land, actually, we get to Martial Coup. We do have to trade here. I think our life points are just too precious. I mean, we're definitely trading the Solemn, and, I mean, like, that's a lot of life points. 1, 2, 3. That's 7 we can't block. 2 that I'm not going to block. I think you just make some blocks here. I don't love it, but I feel like we just can't take that big of a hit. Hope to draw land. Hope to coup. And if we're cooing, nice, we're cooing. Although it's a shock land, not nice. Give me a basic fudge, that's tap land. Alright, just don't have burn off the top. Burn off the top wins in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, burn spell off the top wins. It looked like he sacrificed some of his burn slots, though, for more creature slots. He seems more like a creature strat. The only burn we actually saw was exactly Char. We don't have a choice. No, we have to wipe this board. Unfortunately, he gets a dude, right? Because the War Marshal's still here. I don't see any other option. We have to get the Resto Angel off the board. Alright. We do get dudes too. This is true. I mean, this is the sweet spot for Martial Coup. Anything, you know, above that. Right, I mean, you know, we died at top deck burn. It's fine. Just don't draw well. We lose to Hellrider. I need to take him off Hellrider. I know you guys are sitting there like, what are you talking about, Spawn? Uh, so we have an option here. I can leave up Path for him Hellriding us to death. Ugin top. So I can leave up. If we Karn, we don't leave up Path. If I Elspeth, we can swing the team. And we also play around Mana Tithe, which he might have. I mean, as much as I love the Karn start taking away his red sources, you have to leave up Path. Caleb says Gideon leave up Path. I think it's Elspeth leave up Path. Why do you think it's Gideon leave up Path? Why do you think it's Gideon leave up Path? We're going to use this Gideon as an anthem. We're using Elspeth now. Like, the Gideon is going to be an anthem for my Elspeth. That's what his job is going to be. Right, exactly. Like, we want to kill him as soon as possible. So Elspeth into Gideon is what does that. And we don't lose to my opponent hitting... we don't lose to my opponent hitting Hellrider this way. Just don't draw your burn spell, Broseph. Skorak is also very, very close to killing us. Jet me? Okay. It doesn't kill me though. Let's see what he does with these scries. Elvis does get back the Phoenix, so we'll have to path the Phoenix. So we already have to use our path. Gross. This is gonna be close. Path did save us. This is scary. Of course it's scary. Life is scary. No, it isn't. Gideon wins. Yes, Gideon Anthem does win here. That's the plan. Like, just play Gideon Anthem. We win. You could theoretically Ugin. Actually, what if we just got him with all the soldiers and then Ugin bolted my opponent? That's cool too. He saw Ugin, he hasn't seen Gideon. Let me do the math one more time. Like, we get in for 7, he'll make 1 block, and then you just Ugin bolt him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really want to show him new cards. He hasn't seen Gideon. Yeah, Ugin Plus, I think, is more correct because he's seen this card. His hand is empty, so there's no worry of Tithe. Just Gideon kill him. Well, Tyler, he hasn't seen Ally of Zendikar. I don't believe so. Did we cast this the first game? I know we definitely cast Ugin. Ugin plays into Tithe. He doesn't have Tithe. His hand is empty. Yeah, his hand's empty. His hand is literally empty. The hand is empty. So he'll block. That's okay. Alright. Nice. Okay, so how do we want to board? Somebody said just take out the Karn. I'm down. I think we should have. I think Ugin stays though because he's a board sweeper. Yeah, the Wraths felt great. I mean, so we can't cut a single Wrath. They felt really good in the matchup. We can bring back Counterspell. Somebody said they really like Thalia. That was you, Ty, right? This matchup might be too quick for Allure. It might be too quick for Ancestral even. Like, unless we have like turn 1 Ancestral, it's probably too quick for it. So we might need to reassess the deck. So we're going to cut the Karn. I'm going to bring the curve down a little, I suppose, if you think about it that. Well, Ugin's still 8. Counterspell is much worse on the draw. Do we want the tax because we're on the draw? Do we want the Thalia just because it can trade on the ground pretty well? And he doesn't seem to have a lot of removal. He didn't seem to have a lot of removal. Actually, I totally see what you mean about the